Hello friends, welcome to my channel and today I will discuss that you get all the notification regarding my videos from time to time. So let's get started. Firstly, what is the meaning of research proposal? It is the structured and the formal document that says what you plan to research. Okay, then why it is worth researching. That means justification has to be given for every point why you are doing so and how you will do it. That means methods, the step by step procedure has to be explained from time to time. Then it is also the purpose of a research proposal is to convince your research guide or committee or the university that your research is suitable. That means it is novel and it is new and it is going to provide some insights to the policy makers and is also manageable in terms of time and money. So this is the format that we generally follow for preparing the research proposal. Firstly is the title, then introduction, review of literature, need and significance, objective of the study, research design, implications and plan of work. So this is not the hard and fast rule that you have to follow these steps only. You can customize it by yourself. So first step is the title of the proposal. So this is just the draft. It is not the final title. It is just the tentative title of the proposal that should be specific, self-explanatory and unambiguous. You should make sure that the research topic should be clearly exactly what you want to research and in what context. That means the researcher that means any reader while reading the topic of the proposal should get inside that what is there in the topic. Okay, so it should describe all the variables, areas and a type of respondents if any. So I've taken one of the examples. I've taken a title of a paper that is a study on organizational learning and knowledge management in public insurance companies. Over here we know that what is being investigated. Just by reading the title I can say that there are two variables. One is organization learning and knowledge management, and my respondents are from public insurance companies. From where? From the state of Punjab in India, right? Then comes the introduction. In the introduction part, you try to explore all the variables in detail. Then you should try to find out the research problems. What are the research problems that are you going to answer in your research? You should try to find out, is there any missing from the current knowledge? Is something missing from the current knowledge? If yes, then you try to explore it. Okay, then what my research is going to contribute to the stakeholders? Why is this research worth doing? Need and significance of this study. Your introduction part should be very concise. It should be around 2 to 3 pages, and make sure that you put maximum of the factual data. For example, if I say I have taken a report from census, okay, so I have taken a census report say of 2011 that says the literacy rate in India is 78%. So this is the authentic data that I have taken it from the Government of India website. Okay, so you try to put up the most of the factual data in your research proposal. Then comes your literature review. This part is the lengthiest part. Literature review is the lengthiest part of any proposal, but you try to concise it in only 2 to 3 pages and try to write it in the story form. But you need to study at least 50 to 60 studies for it, and to whom will it benefit. So while researching, I try to ascertain the research gaps. What do I do for every study? I take the author, objective, methodology, findings and the gap. By doing so, it becomes easy for me to write comprehensively the research gap. Also, I would like to suggest you guys to use sources such as Scopus, SSCI, Elsevier and JSTOR for reading your research papers because they are considered good and authentic. Then after you do your research, after you do your review of literature and try to ascertain the research gap, what do? You write the need and significance. What does need and significance tell you? You justify why there is a need to conduct the study. Okay, there is a gap but you justify it. And how will it contribute to the stakeholders? Stakeholders are what? The policy makers who are going to make the policies after reading your study. What all benefits it will give to the stakeholders, right? Then comes the objectives of the study. For the objective of the study, it should be very specific and unambiguous, and do not exaggerate your objectives, because in the beginning you're very enthusiastic, right? So you should not exaggerate it, because it is you who's going to wind up the topic. You should keep into your mind your time limit and the cost of collection of the data. So be very specific while designing the objectives, and the objectives of the study should be such that you can achieve. Okay, it should not be unrealistic objectives. Then comes the research design. Once you've set the objective that you're going to achieve in your research, then it comes the research design. How you will achieve, the methodology that you will follow. Whether it will be qualitative or quantitative approach, whether it will be cross-sectional or longitudinal. Cross-sectional is I collect my data today only, I collect my data only once, but in longitudinal I collect my data after a fixed interval. Okay, say I've collected my data today, and after injecting some training or the workshop to the respondents, I collect my data after say 6 months. Okay, and then compare my data. Then how do I collect my data? Through interview, surveys, and then analyze my data either through statistical analysis or the qualitative analysis. Then comes the implication and the contribution to the knowledge. What are the outcomes of my research? Okay, so whether it is contributing something to the theoretical framework or to practitioners in the real world, it is contributing, and what impact is going to be there on the present intervention methods and the programs already there. Okay, then whether it contributes to solving economic, social or other type of issues to the policy decision makers, what difference it will bring, and how you will implement it, right? So this is the main outcome of any of the research proposal. Then comes your plan of work and time schedule. In this, what do? Is you write the chapter scheme that I'm going to complete this chapter in this much time frame, and then do my data collection in this much time with this much cost, and so on and so forth. You give the plan of work and the time schedule. Then last step is the bibliography. You cite all the references you've taken in the research proposal, and you cite it and write the references. Okay, so that is it for today, guys. I hope you've liked my video. Thank you.